honey yard, dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best. Call with the D like a turkey, or run take with the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Ben Gideon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Ryan. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 38, Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
59, ready. Check. Let's go, defense.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the toss, it's Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We're scoreless after 1. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Side of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ben Gideon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And with He tells us, I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
58! 53! Here it comes! Check. Fresno! White left! Fresno!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. 49 yards there, a big one. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, take 26. Small.
Throwing is Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. To throw, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Looking downfield for Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jump.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, look at that.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. He completes it to Treadwell. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wait. I'm coming. 51. I'm coming after you. What?
From the shotgun, Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here are the the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 52. Bang, 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 bang.
Zip, zip.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A big play there out of Cook. 62 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
45 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 45. Mike, 45.
Rodgers now on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Hey, 88.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham taking it in. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
11. Mike's by 4. And what's that? 21.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a quick pass to Richardson. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Cole Richardson. 46 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun. Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 55, Mike, 55.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Laquan Treadwell there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Go. Hey, watch the ball. 45's the mic.
I don't even know why this team.
Jump out. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's back to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. A keep to lead on Everett.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Rodgers looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw. Rodgers rolling to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Bud.
He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say,
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you go. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.